So I picked up some of this Studio Selection. It's like a Dollar General brand of foaming bath with eucalyptus and spearmint scent. And if you're wondering how much of this stuff to use, it doesn't take much. Like, I don't know, maybe like a teaspoon or so is all it really takes. And if you want to know how well it works, well, it works. Yeah. It definitely works. I had to unplug the jacuzzi tub because I couldn't get to the buttons to turn it off.
What do you think, Pedro?
Pedro approves. Bubble bath, here we go. So a friend of mine from high school brought me her Ford Explorer because it was driving funny. And let's look at it. Early 2000s two-wheel drive with the terrible 4.0 in it. Passenger side front wheel. Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. Bad upper ball joint. Driver side upper ball joint. Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. Now, cream of the crop. So yes, the upper ball joints will make it have a little bit of wonder or whatnot going down the road. But this thing was like all over the road because of this. You ready, kids? That's it's definitely a wheel bearing failure. So amongst the oil leaks and the transmission leaks and the upper ball joints and the brakes and now this wheel bearing. And let's not forget this tire, this dry rotted and missing some chunks. Yeah, I'm just gonna write her a list and probably give her directions to the Toyota place. And I recommend a new car. I'm kidding, by the way, I'm gonna fix it, but ha, funny, yeah. So. Take care of you people, folks. What's everybody doing this morning? So behind me, I've got a 2007 Chrysler 300 SRT with the 5.7 Hemi in it. Guilty pleasure car of mine. I absolutely love these. So this car had an engine put in it not too long ago, and it was leaking oil really bad, like really bad, right after the engine swap. So they brought it down here to us to see if we could locate where it was leaking oil from, and I went to check the oil and I couldn't. There was no dipstick, not even a dipstick tube. This is not the one that uses the computer, the onboard computer and the level sensor. This one has a dipstick. It's supposed to be on the passenger side at the front of the cylinder head. So we threw it up on the rack. You can see everything is just covered in oil. And oh, what is that? Right there. There's our dipstick tube. And as you can see, there's nothing in it. It didn't even break off in there. It's just nothing. They just failed to put an oil dipstick tube in this car. And so as you're going down the road and you're hossing it and stuff, it's just pushing oil out of the valve cover. I mean, the oil pan is sloshing and just, I mean, it's getting all over everything right here. My biggest question is, what shop put a motor in a car, went to put oil in the new motor, and was like, hey, I can't check it, I can't find the dipstick, and then just decided that it wasn't a problem? I guess they just measured out the amount of oil the car holds, filled it up, and sent it out the door. What's even more concerning is that it's leaking oil at a pretty substantial rate from the pan, but you can't check to see how much it's leaked. So you're just blindly adding oil? Nope. They weren't putting any oil in it. They were just driving it, hoping that they could figure out what the problem was. Maybe they were just overlooking a dipstick. So The new dipstick just came in. I'm gonna install it on this Chrysler 300, but come on guys.